Hey Gemini, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. We're going to do your reading for the first half of July. These are general reads, so please keep that in mind. Just take messages that resonate, leave the rest behind. Or you can check out your other chart or other signs in your birth chart or previous videos. So I do offer personalized readings via Zoom. If you're interested in one, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. And thank you so much, everybody, for all of your likes, shares, subscriptions, comments. I appreciate all the support. I hope all my Geminis had an amazing birthday season last month and in May. All right, let's see what's going on for July the 1st to the 15th, or whenever you find this video. Hierophant. I've been getting a lot of flyers lately with my readings, which I didn't used to get them. Hierophant, so we've got Taurus energy. Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is indicating some stuff around work or learning here, Gemini. With work, I feel here that there has to be some give and take. There's the need for change with the Hierophant. There's a need for learning and growing, but also like instigating some form of change, but also having faith and belief in things will fall into place. I feel like the Temperance is all about allowing for the flow to happen, there's patience with this card, and just sort of allowing things to fall into place where they're supposed to. Some of you may be seeking some advice or guidance with this Hierophant. You could be seeking somebody that would help you in either your studies or your work, something that you're planning, something that helps you to be more profitable, showing more results. Let's see what else we got for you. Two of Wands with the Nine of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so work for sure. You've had a long struggle here, Gemini, with the Nine of Pentacles. Seems like you're going down a new path here, Two of Wands. You're in the middle of a fork in the road where it's like, I've got to make a decision here. I think one of the things you have to focus on, or you've got to consider, let's just put it that way, and I was saying this earlier with a little bit of profitability and something that's going to create a sense of a healthy balance in your life. The King of Pentacles is here. So it's somebody that's focusing on or making a little bit of an importance around the financial gains and the financial security in your life, because it's kind of like, I feel like you don't really want to be struggling anymore, Gemini. Nine of Wands, it's been a long journey. You're not giving up. So I feel like you guys, you're always thinking, you're always sort of in conversation and sort of putting yourself out there and finding solutions and finding alternatives. But I feel here that it's time to kind of establish security. Financial security is important right now. Work, okay? King of Pentacles likes to make his money. He doesn't work for free, okay? So sometimes I know of people actually who are doing volunteer stuff when they got nothing to necessarily give. I'm not saying volunteering isn't great, but sometimes we have to earn something for our time and our energy output. So utilize your skills, utilize your time. Something that could be in the healing realm with the Temperance card. Utilize what it is you have to offer somebody in exchange for financials. It's not a bad thing. Money is an exchange of energy. It's an exchange of your time and your value to that person. So welcome that. Okay. The Judgment, yes. It's like improving your life, making decisions on things that are going to actually show success or show results. They're going to show improvements in your life moving forward. Let me get a little bit more on this here. Tell me more about the Judgment, please. the World card, okay? Victory, closing out cycles. So the Judgment is definitely something here about making a decision, putting the past behind you, putting an old way behind you, something that's come to a close. Maybe this is an old form of work or something else, but I feel here this is success, this is victory. You're on to something new, Gemini. Some of you could have been hanging on to something that needed to close out, that needed to just be like, okay, you know what, I'm finally going to make a decision here, and I'm going to put something to closure. I'm going to put something to rest. There is some travel there if you wanted, if that helps you, if you're able to. Traveling with the World card could be something that you've decided to do. Definitely, I just feel here with the King of Pentacles, the Judgment, the World, it's like you're going into something of a new chapter. It's new and improved. It's a better version of what's to come for you, Gemini. Learn from others. Okay, the Judgment. Like, what have you learned along this process? What have you learned during this time frame? Take the positive learning aspects to benefit you in your endeavors. Okay, so if you look at people or situations, life lessons, like what have you learned, and how have those lessons taught you to benefit, to improve yourself, to improve your life? Pay attention to these things. It'll help you to close out cycles and things that needed to end because you've learned the lesson. Sometimes we don't want to learn the lesson. Sometimes we might be hanging on to something because it's like, learn your lessons, move forward, make decisions, move forward. Utilize these for your benefit, your growth, your well-being, the improvement of yourself. It's like I learned a lot in my life from my family, my mom, my brother, myself, in real estate, in investing, in putting away like 10% of your income since I was like 17 years old. Like, put a little bit away so that when you're older, you can afford, you know, your security, your home, your establishment, things for yourself. So I learned lessons along the way. It's sort of like that. If you reflect on the people, like what have you learned and have you put them into practice? Have you actually exercised some of these things? Maybe it's as simple as that, just putting away 10% of your income or whatever. Whatever works. It worked for me. I don't know. What do I know? Page of Swords. 10 of Swords. Gosh, Gemini, you guys have a lot of, you know, 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, feeling defeated, closing out of cycles. There could be a little bit of discouragement or disappointment, but I feel like you're always willing to learn and take on a new challenge, okay? So it's like what doesn't break you makes you stronger. I recently put a post out on something, you know, you're going to get hated on, you're going to get judged, you're going to get, you know, but what doesn't break you is it shows up when you stand strong, how you show up in your life, for yourself. So there's something here about getting back up on your feet again, using some of these things that took you out as a tool, almost as a means of getting back up on your feet and plugging away again at something. I want to get a little bit more clarity though. Hold on. Give me some clarity, please. 10 of Swords and the Page of Swords. This Fool card wants to come out. Okay, yeah. That's that new beginning. Getting back up on your feet again and starting from scratch, moving forward, okay? You have the World and the Fool card. So something that's had to end here, Gemini, something that's closing out. It may feel like it was a discouraging event, or it may feel like you got completely exhausted from, mentally drained. But it's kind of like, take that as a bit of a nudge to move you into the new, to move you into something brand new here. I feel like you're going to be able to let go of a lot of baggage, a lot of old headaches, a lot of things that were really struggling, and you can just say, you know what, I'm putting that all away, done, close it off, and I'm moving into something new, starting from scratch. Again, learning. The Fool card, the Fool meets a lot of people and learns lessons along the way. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of growth here for you, Gemini, in terms of learning new things about your life, about how you're going to live, what your next steps are. It's like you're relearning things. You're becoming almost a student again with that Eight of Pentacles, a student of your own life. You're seeing things differently. Some of you definitely pushed it right to the end, so you gave it your best. Yeah, Seven of Cups. All the bounty, all the choices, all the options that are going to show up for you. It's like, you know, life doesn't ever have it has a never-ending amount of options and choices that you can have. It's endless. There's always new things happening, change. Nothing lasts forever. So you're always going to be presented with many, many options here in front of you. And exploring, I'm getting with the Fool card with the Seven of Cups. Explore your options. It's like, see things from a higher level, like climbing up to the peak. You see, when you're down here on the ground level, like you don't see what's going on in life necessarily of how vast things are. But as you climb and you sort of, maybe it's rising up in your own ascension, your spiritual growth, you see how vast things are when you climb to the top of a mountain, let's say. Okay, you see that there's actually an ocean or a lake like you wouldn't necessarily seen. So you had to kind of get out of an area or a situation in your life, Gemini, that was like keeping you down here. It was keeping you on like level 1. It's leveling you up here to show you how vast the amount of possibilities and options are in life. If any of you are considering, let me get one more card for this thought here, one sec, that I'm getting. Sort of moving or something going on. Ace of Wands, yeah. If any of you, here's the possibilities are endless in life. The wand, it's in your hands here, Gemini. What I was about to say is like, if you are in a certain situation, let's say it's a location, and you move or you want to go venture off into a completely new territory, what I was going to say is like, if the people or the people that are in this other world, let's say other area, other new territory, if they can do it, so can you. Somehow, if people are making a living or doing something or living a lifestyle, there's no reason why you can't. So the Ace of Wands is showing us like anything is possible here, Gemini. It's up to you to sort of exercise these new passions and ideas. So start getting, maybe you're getting very, very creative with the possibilities here, but they're endless. And if there's any of you that are sort of hesitant, or you're like, you know, I want to move to, I don't know, you want to move to the islands or something down south, whatever this may be. And it's like, well, how do I do this? Well, if the people that are living there are doing it, there's no reason why you can't do it, is what I'm trying to say. So don't be afraid of these possibilities that are showing up, and the ideas, the passion that you have for something. It's like you just don't know what might come up for you. Okay, give us a little bit of, I'm getting guided to close here, guys. So let's, what was that? Four of Cups. Tell us any guidance for Gemini. Healing. Six of Pentacles, okay. You're ready for more here. Let me get clarity. Four of Cups is like a little bit of dissatisfaction. It's like, you know, life or work or something may not have been sort of giving you what you ultimately are looking for. You need a bit more substance here. I feel like you're ready to receive the abundance with the Six of Pentacles. You're kind of not interested in small offers, things that are not necessarily as impactful. There are situations and people here that are willing to sort of give you opportunities, possibly financial with the Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Gemini, it's like one step forward, one step back, one step forward, two steps back. I keep getting cards that I'm trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel for you, but you could be in a place here where you're like, now you've got Four of Pentacles where you have to kind of be on, you know, saving your pennies, guarding something, protecting something, holding something back. Okay, why? Tell me more about this. Why the Four? Jesus, Five of Cups. It's really, for some of you, Gemini, it seems like you can give and give and give, and then you either end up with less almost, and then it's like this sense of regret or grief or sadness over things. It makes you upset, it makes you grieve. So you kind of maybe retracting. Some of you might not want to, oh gosh, this is not nice energy, but tell me about why is this like this? It's almost like when you can receive something, you have to almost hoard it. You almost have to really guard and protect it, because it's almost like you have finite resource or finite possibilities at this time. Something is being held back, which is, again, it causes this grief, it causes upset energy, crying, or even like a little bit of depression at times. The Tower. Okay, I'm gonna call it quits. This is like brand new beginnings for you, Gemini. It's crashing. It's kind of like things coming to an end. It's maybe what you didn't expect. You get one opportunity, you lose one, or it's like one step forward, two steps back. I feel like this energy, for some reason, Gemini, is repeating in my head with previous readings. I don't even recall all the readings that I do, but it just feels, maybe it's not another sign, but it feels a little bit like a repeating cycle. Three of Wands. I'm going to surrender this reading. I'm going to give you guys a wisdom of the Tao. I don't know what to tell you, but it seems like it's been a really tough go. Try to put yourself out there. Okay, the Four of Pentacles could be sort of on guard, protecting the things you have, but you have to maybe like explore a little bit or take big leaps of faith here, taking chances with this Fool card, new beginnings. But it's almost like you've reached a point here, Gemini, where you're almost afraid to, because it's like you don't want to go through another failure. You don't want to go through another struggle. You don't want to have to grieve over this again. Like you keep trying and trying, and it gets you down when something doesn't pan itself out. This is something that's very challenging, and you have a lot of like struggle. Let's see what this Wisdom of the Tao says. All I can say, Gemini, is I hope, have faith here with the Hierophant. There's some hard lessons learned here. There's something here that life is trying to teach you, but it's doing it with a hell of a lot of struggle and like tough times. And some of you could be saying, like, with this Five of Cups, this grief of change, like, when are things going to change? Why is this happening to me in life? Okay, you're not a victim to this necessarily, Gemini. Things just happen to all of us. And this just happens to be a tough lesson in life. There's something that it's trying to show you, but you may not feel or see the reason for it right now. You have to go through this. And I keep asking for more clarity and more cards, and I feel like it's finally showing, like it's just showing Tower. It's shaking you. It's shaking you a little bit. It's really showing you what you're made of. And I feel like you're to build back stronger. It's something that's coming in because you have to kind of get yourself in this King of Pentacles with the Tower, like stabilize yourself somehow. Okay. Wisdom of the Tao, let's see. Oh, Gemini. Hang in there. The cards come out, the messages come out. It's meant for somebody. All is well. Yin Goddess brings you enlightenment and impregnable protection. She fills her vase with your fears and your worries and releases them to the ocean. All is well. Isn't that interesting when I said, when you rise up and you climb a mountain, you realize there's an ocean out there? I think what this is really starting to show us here is that it may not feel like it right now, Gemini, but all is well. But when I was saying, like, you've got to level up and you might have to start to sort of explore heightened awareness or other things that are climbing up your personal ascension. This is to make you grow. When we're living down here in this, level 1 kind of zone, we don't necessarily expand the horizons and see what is possible for us. So I feel here like that analogy that I was using is kind of showing up here, that she's releasing all of your fears into the ocean. Maybe this is something you guys need to travel to, go to the islands. I don't know. There's something where it's like you need a breath of fresh air in a whole other environment. It's like you have to go and see how the other world works, how other places operate, get another taste for life. It also might show you how grateful you are and how all is well, okay? I've learned that going into like Mexico long time ago. I went into a very, maybe a less fortunate area, and I realized how fortunate I was. Like literally people living in a tin shed with a hammock and their kids. Like it was just bare minimum. And I realized I will never complain again. I had my own struggles and I was like, these are nothing in comparison to what I witnessed. So it could be as simple as just exploring the world around you or exploring other things, because you might find something that will show you a different way or show you a different light. But in the meantime, it may not feel that way, but all is well. I think the universe has you where you're supposed to be, and things are working for a reason. They're happening for a reason, and they're very, very tough and difficult lessons, but this is what it's showing me. So if that helps you guys, please comment, like the video, share if you'd like, and I will see you guys soon. All the best, Gemini. Take care.